appreciate you agreeing to see me, Mr. Kaminsky. I'm Sarah Deegan.
Well, Sarah, I didn't agree to see you.
But you did agree to a victim-offender dialogue, and I'm here to help with that.
Victim-offender dialogue.
What is it about victim-offender dialogue you find amusing, Mr. McKinsky?
Well, you're not the victim, and the dialogue is supposed to be with the victim, isn't it?
Well, Mr. Kaminsky, there are certain procedures that need to be followed before the meeting with your niece can be scheduled.
I'm not very good at following.
Would you like me to call you Spider? You communicated that to staff.
Yes, I prefer to be called Spider.
Was that a name you adopted, or was that a nickname that was given to you?
I used to climb on everything. They called me Spider, the name stuck.
I see. So the most important thing I need to know from you is if you take full responsibility for your crimes.
Well, no one else did it.
I see. You did confess to the murders.
Yes, I did.
And so you take full responsibility for your actions.
No one else was there.
You're not answering the question, Spider.
Yes, I am.
Are you guilty of the crime of murder?
Yes.
So you take full responsibility.
I had the gun and there's 6 dead bodies.
Spider, you're still not answering the question.
Actually, I answered it several times. In several different ways. What answer are you looking for?
That you take full responsibility for your crimes.
Well, no one held the gun to my head and made me do it.
I find your answers evasive.
And I find your question unnecessary and repetitive.
Why is that?
I'm serving 6 consecutive life sentences for the crime of murder in the 1st degree. I confessed to the murder many, many years ago. What else do you need from me? And if you say to take responsibility for my crime, I'm going to get up and walk out of here.
You agreed to this meeting.
I agreed to meet with my niece.
And this is the first step.
No, the first step is having her come in here and we sit down and chat.
I'm afraid it doesn't work that way.
What else are you afraid of?
What do you mean?
You said you were afraid it doesn't work that way. What else are you afraid of? Are you afraid of me?
Should I be?
I'm a mass murderer. I slaughtered an entire family in cold blood, systematically walking from room to room, shooting and killing everyone in the house. I'd say that's a dangerous person.
Are you dangerous?
When I need to be.
When do you need to be?
When I'm not in solitary confinement.
How often are you in solitary confinement?
I'm always in solitary confinement.
So you're saying at this moment you're dangerous?
You really don't listen very well, do you?
I don't know what you mean.
I said I'm dangerous when I'm not in solitary confinement. And hey, I'm not in solitary confinement.
So you are saying you are dangerous?
Did you hear me say that?
No.
Head games.
What do you mean by that?
You seem to only be willing to accept one answer to your question. Without that specifically worded sentence, you take that as a negative response. Now you've asked me the same question and I've answered it several times.
You have given answers that seem like a response. But in reality, the question, do you take full responsibility for your crimes, is a simple yes or no answer. Yes, you do. No, you don't.
Is it?
Is it what?
Is it as simple as yes or no?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be great if life were that simple? That it would all come down to yes or no?
I think we both can agree life is not that simple.
Oh, you do?
I do what?
You think we agree.
The emphasis is on think.
Exactly. You didn't say you were 100% positive that we agreed, or that you were sure we agreed, or that there was no doubt we agreed. You said you think we agree. Well, you can think whatever you want, but the truth is you don't know that we agree that life is not simple. My life is very simple. I wake up in a cell, I spend my day in the cell, and I go to sleep in the cell. Very simple.
Then you would say you have a simple life.
In comparison to what?
Your niece is asked to meet with you, and you agreed to meet with her. But there's a series of interviews that need to take place before that meeting can happen.
Exactly. She asked to see me, and I agreed to see her. So bring her down here so that we can chat. It's a simple process.
Unfortunately, it's not that simple. And if you refuse to cooperate, you'll be denying your niece the opportunity to meet with you.
No, you will be denying her that. You are making this a much more difficult and complicated process than it needs to be. All you need to do is be in the room with us when we meet. Simple.
Spider, I need to present to a committee a decision based on these meetings before there's a face-to-face.
So it's even more complicated. Not only do I have to pass your test, but then I need to be studied and analyzed to see if there's the remote possibility that my niece might have an untherapeutic negative response to the face-to-face meeting with the man who murdered her mother and father. Now, the face-to-face is going to be difficult enough, and yet what you are doing is simply denying my niece the ability to ask the questions she wants to ask.